Hello, it's the first week of June, and we're in Sherri's beautiful hosta garden here in southern New Hampshire. We're about 3 miles in from the Atlantic Ocean, to give you an idea. And my name is Richard Merritt, owner of New Hampshire Hostas, and Sherri actually works for us retail a couple times a week. But we wanted to show you her garden because she does such a beautiful job. It's very extensive, far more than most people ever have. But we're going to be shooting a series of videos. This is just the introductory one to tell you what we'll be doing. We'll be doing videos on giant hostas, fragrant hostas, the minis, that sort of thing. But we wanted to show you her garden at its peak, color-wise, in June, because it's loaded with rhododendrons, deciduous azaleas, and she also has 50 varieties of Japanese maples. Sherri, how many years have you been in this home and working on this garden?
Well, I've been in the home for 20 years, but I started moving the gardens 23 years ago from my home in Hampton.
A lot of work.
Yeah, it was, but I had 3 years to do it while we were waiting for the house to sell.
Yeah. And how did you come to have so many hostas? She has around 1,000 varieties or cultivars in her garden.
I just like hosta, and I add 20 to 30 new ones every year.
Why do you like the hosta so much?
Because they're always there. They just are always there, from the beginning of the garden to the end of the garden.
Right. They have a long season of color.
Yes.
And all the different forms.
Yes.
If you also notice, Sherri's got, as I said, 50 different cultivars of Japanese maple. And why do you like Japanese maple in the hosta garden?
For one thing, their roots don't interfere with the hostas. The color from early spring to late fall, and they complement the hosta and they shade them.
Are you also working to have color throughout the year?
Oh, absolutely.
What type of thing do you do to extend your season?
I start with the helleborus, which start in March, and I do not add annuals to the garden, but I do add annuals to the pots that are throughout the garden.
Right.
For flowers.
Right. Well, this first week of June, your garden is absolutely magnificent with the vistas of the rhododendrons and azaleas. Sherri was talking about her succession of color, and you know that lilacs are one of the earliest things to go, and the common French hybrid lilacs are all gone by now. But behind me, there's a beautiful James McFarland lilac, which is fragrant, developed at the University of New Hampshire. And if you like lilacs, it's great for extending your lilac color. Behind me here, she's got a semi-weeping Japanese maple, which is very unique in that instead of being upright like the common bloodgood Japanese maple, you'll see the foliage is coming down, and then you see the beautiful yellow deciduous azalea that she's got next to it. But in the foreground, she has hosta. So for now, we're going to say goodbye, but the subsequent videos will be filmed here at Sherri's garden and at the display beds at New Hampshire Hostas. But we'll be covering topics like giant hostas. There's a lot of interest in that with the introduction of varieties like Empress Wu and Gentle Giant. There's some wonderful new giants on the market. And we'll be talking about the pros and cons of doing that. But we'll be covering a lot of subjects too, like fragrant hostas, miniature hostas, and all those in between. And we hope that these short segmented videos will be helpful to you in developing your own gardens and making your hosta purchase decisions. So until the next one, thank you, Sherri, and
Thank you, Rich.
goodbye, everybody, and happy gardening.